Hey, yo, what it do, family? This is Ayyoojwatchthis. Watch this. Alright, man. I tell you, I'm gonna keep doing this. I know y'all gonna always probably hit me and be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Stop doing that shit. But we not. But we here with a video. I forgot. Bro, bright side. If you was transported to Uranus, what would happen? My bad, y'all. I was gonna say Uranus, but Uranus. So, but let's see what happened though if we get transported to there. Like I said, I'm gonna try to keep the funny bag, but we gonna try to go different routes, and we gonna see what y'all feel like, man. Let me know. Put it in the comments if I should keep on doing stuff like this, or should I go back to just doing the funny shit and then the cheating shit, So let me know. But
if you
let's see what
spent
happened
even
in
a
this
couple
video.
of seconds on Uranus, you would never come back. But let's pretend that you have a super protective spacesuit and see what it would be like if you fell into this mysterious ice giant. Prepare for a strange, smelly, and very chilly adventure. As you approach the planet, first you encounter its rings. Yes, it has rings, just like Saturn, a whole 13 of them. Now, the not so great news. Uranus isn't a rocky surface planet like Earth. It's an ice giant. In other words, a swirling ball of toxic gas with no solid surface. And it smells awful too. The upper atmosphere is filled with a gas called hydrogen sulfide, famous for its bad odor, making Uranus smell rather unwelcoming. As you descend into the planet, you'll find yourself surrounded by a dense bluish atmosphere with some turquoise hue and icy clouds. It's foggy everywhere. The temperature drops drastically to a bone-chilling minus 371 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ooh, you did,
Now,
low-key.
the real surprise. You might find yourself in a rain shower of diamonds. Uranus has a methane-rich atmosphere. As you fall into Uranus, you encounter progressively higher pressures.
If them motherfucker the diamonds, man. Yeah, them diamonds, man. I'm coming back home. I'm rich. Fuck up what you mean out of here, man. Oh my god.
And temperatures. Under the intense pressure, methane molecules undergo a process of crystallization. They break apart, and the atoms within them rearrange themselves, forming tiny diamond particles. The diamond particles then fall deeper into the planet, looking like a crystal, shiny rain. That would be beautiful if only the freezing temperatures and the squeezing feeling weren't so distracting. Yeah, it's not all sparkles and shine. Being on Uranus would feel like being super deep underwater. If you reach the bottom of the clouds, the pressure would rapidly increase to above 60 atmospheres.
Damn.
Winds reaching up to 560 miles per hour will buffet around you, making it 3.5 times stronger than a Category 5 hurricane on Earth. And for the record, this is the highest rating a hurricane can reach. Next, you're approaching the mantle. It's a dense fluid made of water, ammonia, and methane ice. It's pitch black, and the extreme gravity makes movement nearly impossible. If you weren't wearing a magical protective suit, the intense pressure could turn your carbon-based body into diamonds before reaching the core.
Damn.
Now, remember that Uranus is a huge planet. Its diameter is about 4 times the size of Earth. If our planet were a nickel, Uranus would be a softball. So, all this sinking would take literal weeks. You could have traveled thousands of miles into Uranus and possibly found its center. And after that, you'd be stuck within this hellish ocean forever due to the scorching temperatures and pressures. Not the best trip ever.
So this planet is just like a big ball of water. Like, it's just don't got no solid, no rock, nothing on there. Like, I wonder how did they know that, like, low-key though. Like, I didn't know there's no solid base on there. Cause we haven't really went visit these planets. Like, we have not like really stepped foot on these planets unless they have, and they really ain't said shit. But even if they did, it would take thousands of years from them to even return back to Earth with that data. I mean, unless they sent like them robots and shit like that to each planet out here and try to have the robot land on these planets and then just seeing all this stuff. But it's kind of weird though, because I would be thinking like, how do they know, Uranus don't have no solid base, like don't have nothing like that. Like, it's just completely just solid water and just wind type stuff. They be hiding shit from us. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of weird though.
Even though we didn't send any probes there are many things we know about Uranus. It's the 7th planet from the Sun and the coolest member of our solar system. It's 1.8 billion miles away from our star, which means that it takes sunlight almost 3 hours to reach it.
Ooh.
No wonder it's so cold there. This planet also has a pretty weird feature. It spins on its side. While most planets twirl on their axes like tops, Uranus rolls along at a nearly 90-degree angle, giving it a sideways spin. You can imagine it like a rolling ball orbiting the Sun. A day on Uranus is shorter than on Earth, a mere 17 hours. However, the length of the year there is insane, around 84 Earth years. Plus, its equator is practically doing a right-angled dance with its orbit, leading to the most extreme seasons in our solar system. Which means that if it were habitable, we'd have shorter days, but longer and very crazy seasons. We already mentioned that Uranus and Neptune are both blue. That's because, unlike their siblings Jupiter and Saturn, ice giants have heavier elements and methane-rich clouds. Methane absorbs the red part of sunlight, leaving us with that signature hue. And we don't know for sure, but these planets might even hide methane lakes, or entire oceans. And finally, it has not only rings, but also moons. 27 of them, actually.
Damn.
The moons are named after characters from Shakespeare and Alexander Pope, adding a literary flair to the planet's Greek name origins. Now, what would it be like to fall into another...
Dude, he said like 26 moons? I mean, I feel like it got that many because the planet is so big, and that's why it got so many moons. But damn. And ours only got one moon. I always feel like, I don't know. Y'all might think it's weird, but I always feel like Earth had 2 moons for some reason. We just couldn't see the other motherfucker. It's just like I always feel like we had 2 moons, low key. But you start talking that crazy shit, they want to start putting you in the loony bin and shit. So, but I don't know. It'd be dope if we had 2 moons,
Neptune.
though, for real.
It's the farthest, most mysterious planet in our solar system. We know barely anything about this big, dark blue planet. Just like with Uranus, we start with rings. We don't know much about them, except that Neptune has 5 main rings, which are pretty young, with huge clumps of dust around them. You might notice that the planet's blue hue is much more vibrant than Uranus. Scientists aren't sure why, but they think it might be due to an unknown component complementing the methane. You won't see much once you're inside, though. The sunlight is as scarce as a dim twilight on Earth. Since it's the most distant planet, it takes the light a full 4 hours to reach it. Neptune is also smaller than Uranus. This time, if Earth were a nickel, Neptune would be a baseball, which means that falling into it would take much less time than into Uranus. Neptune might look calm on the surface, but trust us, it's absolutely horrifying. Despite its appearance, it's a planet of storms and icy oceans. The temperatures are, once again, insane, around minus 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds here are fierce too, 3 times stronger than Jupiter's and 9 times stronger than Earth's. So be smart about your landing, even though there's nothing to land on. Choose the northern hemisphere for tamer winds, and don't forget to pack your spacesuit with extra oxygen. About 80% of Neptune is made up of a chilly mix of water, methane, and ammonia, so there's no chance to get a breath of fresh air. The atmosphere is full of gases, but feels fluidy. It blends seamlessly into water and icy substances until you reach a solid core deep, deep down. So it will literally feel like you're sinking, especially considering the insane ocean-like pressures. There are also some cool theories that there might be a super hot water ocean beneath Neptune's cold clouds. There's an upside though. Just like on Uranus, the extreme conditions might turn carbon atoms into dazzling diamonds, sinking into the planet's core. Although, you probably wouldn't see them sparkling beautifully, since it's so dark everywhere. At least that's how we imagine it based on all the current data. While we've explored almost every corner of our solar system, our faraway giants, Uranus and Neptune, remain elusive. We've got some pictures and data thanks to NASA's Voyager 2 spacecraft, which zipped past Uranus and Neptune in the 80s. However, that might change soon. NASA and the European Space Agency, ESA for short, have made visiting these distant ice giants a top priority. They even tried to get a glimpse of what it's like to descend into their atmospheres. They conducted exciting simulations, trying to recreate the conditions of these planets to see what it would be like for their probe to brave into the unknown, battling temperatures and pressure in the icy clouds. The tests happened in Europe's fastest wind tunnel, the T6 Stalker Tunnel at Oxford University, and the Plasma wind tunnels. The probe was heated up, because even though the icy giants are super cold, the probe would heat up significantly upon entry. The speeds of the T6 Stalker Tunnel reach around 12 miles per second. But for these tests, scientists want to push all the boundaries and reach around 15 miles per second.
Damn.
That's the speed required for orbiting distant planets.
Damn.
But it would take some time for us to adapt our technology to that. However, when we finally manage to send a probe to Uranus or Neptune, the journey will be exciting. It would have to spend decades traveling through the outer...
Yeah, because just think about it. They make a machine that can actually get there quick enough. They can probably come back, with that data probably in the less, in a couple of years. But the technology got to be a little bit more advanced, because just trying to get that little probe all the way out there, it's gonna take years, probably decades, for it to just get there, try to figure out what's on the planet. Then there's a couple of more years trying to figure out what's on that planet. Then they try to bring the data back, or whatever the case is. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. Cause like they said, they don't even know what's on the planet all the way to.
outer reaches of their solar system, passing by Jupiter and Saturn along the way. Collecting data from these planets could help us unlock secrets about their nature and history, and help us understand our solar system much better.
What the hell? I'm looking at the chick with the 3 arms. What the fuck? But no, man. This was a good video. This was interesting. Because for me, I feel like all the planets have a solid base. That's just in my theory. Cause I'm just like, if our planet got a solid base, every other planet is kind of in the same shape and form as our planet, as Earth. The other planets are bigger, wider. Pause. But just to think about it, like, Earth got some solid to itself too. So it's like, I feel like all these planets have a solid base. We just don't know enough to actually tell, like, if these shits have a solid base. And maybe we do. Maybe they're just trying to keep us dumb in the dark. But I believe they have a solid base. I don't know. But I know to get there, it would take years, though. Like, literally, like, you'll be an old fuck trying to get there. And then come back, you might be dead trying to come back. So hopefully technology get a little advanced enough that we can be able to figure out more about these planets, though, because that would be dope. Because all we can go off is just guesses. So that's about it. But yeah, but let me know what y'all think about the video. Let me know what y'all think about everything. Would y'all travel there? I don't think none of y'all would do that shit. I don't think nobody would do that shit. But we see what happened if we did travel there. But let me know what y'all think about everything. You know what we always do: like, comment, subscribe, and share. And to the next video, then the next day. Peace, y'all.